Hello, everyone, and welcome to the second installment of Take 5. 5 minutes where we look at the book of James and we connect about life and scripture and, all of that thing. So this is Tuesday, and we're looking at James, and James is a wonderful book for those of us that are dispersed. And that's what this COVID time has caused us to do, and be dispersed. And the subject for today is about trials. And James talks about the value of trials in our life. And we're just going to look at 3 verses. James chapter 1, verses 2, 3, and 4, and the value of trials. Let me read it to you, and we can just talk briefly about what he says. Consider it great joy, my brothers and sisters, whenever you experience various trials, because you know that the testing of your faith produces endurance. And let endurance have its full effect, so that you might be mature and complete, lacking nothing. The value of trials. So let's see what he's talking about and how we apply it and why he even says it. He begins this way. Consider it great joy, my brothers and sisters, whenever you experience various trials. Is that you? It's all of us, isn't it? All kinds of trials. What does he mean by trials? Does he mean money problems? Maybe we lost our job, or our wages are down. Yeah, he could mean that. Could he mean illness? A family member or someone we know or personally? Could he mean illness? Yeah, he could mean that. He could mean any number of things. I just heard of a friend who, hurricane going up the Atlantic coast, their vacation home on Bald Head Island, a resort little island that we often go to, got hit by a tornado. The island did. Wow. Is it that? Yeah, it's that too. The Greek word here is a really broad word. It can even mean temptations. So all of these things, trials and temptations, he's talking about all of these things. And he's not differentiating between external trials and internal trials. Verse 14, he will say this: each person is tried, tempted when he's drawn away and enticed by his own evil. Sometimes the trials are internal, sometimes they're external. All of these things are considered trials. A.T. Robertson is a Greek scholar that I like to read. He says this: trials rightly faced are harmless, but wrongly met become temptations of evil. Consider it great joy whenever you experience various trials. That seems weird. How do we do that? Consider it great joy when we are tried. I want to say to James, you first. Is he some sort of masochist? Consider it great joy? No. It comes with understanding. It comes with understanding the benefit of the trials, the purpose of that there's something going on in our life, and these trials are part of that. And so he explains why we can have joy even in the trials, not because they feel good, but because of what they're accomplishing. Here's what he says: you know that the testing, the trying of your faith produces endurance. Endurance. Think of making it through all of these months of COVID. Thinking of running a 5K that we hope to do in November. Think of endurance. This produces endurance. You're not out of breath. You can run this race. It's producing endurance. Let endurance have its full effect, that you may be mature and complete. That's the result. Maturity and completeness. That's what these trials are doing. If COVID-19 has shown me anything, it's the spiritual immaturity of so many followers of Christ all over the place. Trials are meant to bring maturity. And when maturity happens, you will be complete, lacking nothing. Trials are what God uses to bring us to maturity, to bring us to the fulfillment of our purpose, lacking nothing. When we realize that the trials of our daily lives are meant to be training grounds, they're meant to be proving grounds for our Christian character, then we'll be able to consider it all joy when we face these trials. See you tomorrow.